Good morning. So I'm going to do a video today just sharing some of the things that I eat throughout the day. I just recently did a video on trip tips and tricks for healthy eating and enjoying your food. So I thought I would just kind of show some of what I eat and what a normal day looks like. So this is just going to be a day of clean eating. I am currently on a calorie carb cycle. What that means is I have days that are high calorie and high carb, and I have days that are kind of more moderate, and then I have days that are low calorie and low carb. So today is a low calorie, low carb day because I'm resting. So I'm on the way to work. This morning I had oatmeal, and what I eat is the low sugar maple and brown sugar. I don't like oatmeal. I don't like oats, so I know I should be eating, and I tell other people to eat the old-fashioned oats, but I can't stand them. I won't eat them if that's what I'm supposed to eat, so I opt for the less healthy, less whole, but best version I can find that'll get me to still eat a good, wholesome breakfast. It tastes a lot better to me. And then I just add in about half an ounce of blueberries, and sometimes I'll do like not quite half an ounce of candied pecans, which again, not the best option. They're candied. I shouldn't really be eating sugar like that, but it just tastes so good and it makes me enjoy my breakfast so much more. And it's in the morning, which is usually either before my workout or just early in the day, so I can use that sugar up. I can use those carbohydrates. So that's my breakfast. And then I usually have coffee with a little bit of cream in there. And then right now I'm having coffee, of course, more coffee in this horribly ugly coffee mug. You can ignore that. But what I'll do normal coffee, and then I'll mix up some, right now I'm using Cellucor chocolate molten protein powder. I'll do like a quarter scoop of that, mix it in with coffee and some half and half, and put that into my coffee. Any other chocolate protein powder works, but I like that because it adds a lot of flavor. It makes it taste a little bit like a mocha, but it's just protein. It's not sugar. It's not bad for you. So it kind of just offers that kind of sweet treat, makes the coffee more interesting, and adds in some proteins. All right, so I am at work and about to have my second meal of the day. So how my days normally go is a lot of quick eating, multitasking, eating once I get to work or on the way to work. I know a lot of people are very busy and wonder how to find time to make the meals and all that. So like I said, I had oatmeal this morning. Today was a rest day, so it was different, but normally I'm making oatmeal and eating it while I'm getting ready for the gym, making coffee, sometimes even doing some like foam rolling or some strengthening exercises before I go to the gym. So I'm kind of doing it all at once. And then I usually will have a protein shake and some carbs when I get back from the gym. And then I have a third meal about an hour and a half later. And so that normally falls right when I'm supposed to be leaving for work. So I usually don't have time to eat it before I leave home. So I'll cook it while I'm letting my hair dry, and then I'll pack it up in a little container and either eat it on the way to work if I'm starving, or I'll eat it as soon as I get to work. So this is what looks probably like actually a really unappealing breakfast, but I'm really excited about it. It's 1 egg, 3 egg whites, 3 pieces of Jennie-O turkey bacon, and then a bunch of spicy brown mustard on top. It's probably really weird, but I put mustard on almost everything because it flavors things really well with very few calories. So again, it's a low carb day for me, so I am having a couple of rice cakes. So it only ends up being, I think, 14 carbs for these, and then the rest is protein and fat. In 3 hours since my last meal, now it's lunchtime, so now I'm having what probably looks like another unappealing lunch, but this is basically tuna salad. It is a whole bunch of spinach, tuna, just canned tuna and water, I mixed it with a lot of mustard, a tiny bit of light mayo, um, sriracha, some spices, pepper, garlic powder, something like that, some salt-free spices. And then there's about a fourth cup of chickpeas in here just to get a little bit of carbohydrates, but not too much. A little bit of protein in there. And I put a little bit of lemon juice on there too, just to add some moisture. Since I don't like really just plain spinach, so adding in the lemon juice just adds some flavor and a little bit of moisture. And that's pretty much it. That is gonna be lunch. Yeah. Oh, and avocado. There's avocado in there too. So lots of healthy fat, lots of protein, very low carb. So yeah, avocado, can't see it, but it's mixed in there too as well. Okay, so that's it. All right, guys, so it's been about 2.5 hours and I'm hungry again. So I'm gonna have my afternoon snack, which is this rotisserie seasoned chicken breast. Not the greatest to have all the time because it does have a lot of sodium. It's processed. It's not, natural form of chicken. But it's a good snack sometimes when you just are in a hurry or need something quick. This is low calorie, high carb. I don't think there's any sugar. High protein, not high carb. I think there's like 1 carb in it. No sugar. A lot of these deli meats have a lot of sugar in them, like the honey ham or honey smoked turkey or whatever they make. So this is probably the cleanest one that I've found. And then I'm doing probably about, I probably won't have this whole thing, probably half an avocado, half of an avocado, for some healthy fats. And then I have 2 more rice cakes. So I'm gonna do 2 rice cakes and then just some zesty table blend, salt-free flavoring, just to flavor the avocado and meat a little bit. And then if I'm still hungry, I will probably have some almonds and cashews. I keep mixed nuts with me usually just to get a little healthy fat and protein. So normally if I'm still hungry after a meal, I'll eat a few of those. So that is meal number 4 for the day. All right, so I'm now home from work. Had to run some errands. It's about time for dinner. Haven't gotten there yet because I got distracted. I wanted to make these no-bake, what is it called? No-bake coconut delights that I saw on Pinterest. They look like this, or you can coat them in there's a picture of like little chocolate drizzle. I don't remember what she says it's made out of. So I went to the store and I got some of the ingredients I needed. Epically failed, which is pretty standard for me. I see something that looks amazing and I decide I want to make it. And then when I have this major craving and I'm ready to make it, I realize I don't have half the ingredients or I bought the wrong ones or something. So that's what happened. It's supposed to be like unsweetened shredded coconut is one of the main ingredients of it. And I bought sweetened coconut because I thought it was just like a sprinkle and I didn't want to pay for unsweetened coconut. So I thought it was just like the sprinkling on top. But I was wrong. So instead I improvised and I did a cup. It was supposed to be 3 cups. I wanted to squish it down into a little amount so that I didn't make too many in case it was horrible. So I did half a cup of brown rice flour. And then I did about a 4th cup of the sweetened coconut flakes and a 4th cup of vanilla protein powder. Get some extra protein in there. Because I didn't want to use all the sweetened coconut. That would be so much sugar, it would be horrible. So I just did a 4th cup of it. And then I did the rest of the ingredients, which were coconut oil, a little bit of stevia, and some vanilla and salt. And then it wasn't really blending correctly because I had to do that differently too. You're supposed to put it in a food processor, but because I didn't have all the coconut, I figured I could just mix it in a bowl. But that wasn't working. So I added a little bit of sugar-free maple syrup, some water, and a little bit of almond milk. can't tell you amounts. I just kind of messed with it until it was enough, not very wet. It was still kind of dry until I could kind of squish it into these little balls together. So it looks like that. It still looks similar to the picture. Who knows what they're actually supposed to taste like, but they're actually amazing. Like, I really just want to eat these for dinner. But the idea behind these no-bake coconut delights is that they are vegan or gluten-free. It's just coconut and coconut oil and some sweetener, basically. So because mine are made with brown rice, they have a lot of carbs in there, and because they have the sweetened coconut, there's a little bit more sugar in there. So I can't eat them for dinner, unfortunately, but it's a pretty decent, aside from the sugar and the sweetened coconut, it's actually a pretty decent little dessert. All right, so dinner time. It's been about 3 hours since I last ate. Today's kind of a weird day because I've pretty much run out of food. So normally pretty standard dinner is either ground turkey in some form or another, maybe taco salad or a burger, turkey burger with some vegetables on the side, or some chicken with maybe some vegetables and some maybe black beans or something like that. So tonight it's a little bit more packaged food. Have this. I just tried them last night. Al fresco, all natural gourmet chicken grillers. So it's basically just chicken burgers. Pretty low in calories and in carbs, high in protein, moderate fat. I'm doing them on my lower carb days because they have a higher fat. Normally I would just do chicken breast with it, which has pretty much no fat, maybe a gram. And then on the side, I'm just gonna do some frozen vegetables. I do a lot of frozen vegetables because my vegetables tend to go bad if I don't eat them quickly enough. It's hard to, eat fresh vegetables. So I buy a lot of just the frozen ones, and then just steam them or whatever. So that is both cheap and easy. So it's kind of a good example of, for people who feel like they don't have enough time or don't know how to make healthy choices, these are two really healthy choices. The bag of vegetables is $1 at Ralph's. That's also part of why I buy them, because it's a lot cheaper to just do. A lot of grocery stores don't have them that cheap, but Ralph's has these like 10 for $1. It's always that price. So it's like $1 for a bag of vegetables. It lasts me probably 3 or 4 meals. So again, low carb day, so I'm pretty much just gonna stick with meat and vegetables. So it's about 9:30 p.m. And I normally go to bed at like 10, or I start getting ready for bed at 10. I'm actually still really full from dinner, and I may or may not have had half of another one of those cookies that I made. What I normally do is, or a lot of times that I do, is this. It's from Vitamin Shop. It is called Pro Pudding. And you can kind of make protein pudding with any like casein protein powder, or I guess you could do it with whey. I haven't really liked that too much. I really like this because it's the right amount. It tastes good to me. So I'll usually do, like, depending on how many calories I have left, either half a packet or a full packet, and you just mix it with water. Super quick, easy. And then a lot of times, like on a higher carb day, I'll break up part of a Quest bar and throw that in there. It's just a good healthy substitute for sweets. I definitely recommend that. If you need something, it's like 140 calories, 25 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs. So, and it has casein protein in it, which is good for overnight. It's a slow digesting protein. So it's good to have in the evenings. It'll digest through your system longer. So great option for kind of a healthy dessert. So tomorrow I go back to more of a moderate carb. Today was my rest day. Tomorrow is legs. So I'm going to go back to a normal moderate calorie, moderate carb day. And then I do that twice. And then on Sunday I'll rest again. So it'll be kind of like today. And then Monday I'll be high carb again. So that's kind of how my calorie schedule goes. Maybe I'll do another one of these videos for one of those days just to give you an example. Like tomorrow or Saturday, I have a more normal type of eating day that's probably more typical for what I would give to clients. So I hope that was helpful in some way. Let me know if it was. Ask questions, comment, whatever down below. And have a good night.